start with number 13, okay? Let's start with 13. So when you multiply those bases, what do you do to the exponents? You add them. There you go. What's 8 plus 3? There you go. So this is x. And that's it. Very good? All right, what about number 14? You can only combine the like ones, right? So which ones are like? No, y3 and y11 are the same, but not the x's. What else is like that in y3 and y11? One more thing that's like. That's y. Very good. Okay, so add those all together. What would you get? Y to the 15. 3 plus 11 is 14. Plus this one extra one is 15. Very good. And then what else is there? There you go. X to the first and x to the second would be x to the 3. Very good job. Everybody okay so far? Just a review from Algebra 1, okay? What about number 15? You have 2 to the third. How do you do 2 to the third? There you go, huh? Very good. What's 2 times 2? 4. And then times 2 would be 8. There you go. All right, but when you multiply the bases for the a's, you add those exponents. So you would get a to the... There you go. Very good. All right, what about number 16 when you divide the bases? You subtract them. Okay, now there's two different ways we can do this. First of all, what's 7 minus 9?
-2.
So you could get a to the -2, right? But the only thing is when you're taking the ACT, the next one's in December, and the one that the juniors get to take for free is at the end of March. They're not normally going to give you negative exponents, okay? So let's do this again. Let's subtract it so it's positive. 9 minus 7 will be positive 2, right? Where would the x to the 2 go in the fraction? With the biggest exponent or with the smallest exponent? No, the biggest. Where's the biggest exponent? On the bottom. So it'd be a to the positive 2 on the bottom and a 1 on the top. That's normally how you would see it. So either one of those is right though. So a 1 on the top, not an a on the top. Everybody okay? No good? No wait this morning? No?
No.
Monday? Alright, what about 11? Does that 9 have a square root on top of it?
No.
Nope. So you're not going to change it to 3. Leave it alone, okay? What about the 16?
You change it to 4.
There you go. And when I bring out the 16 as 4, what would I do to the 9 and the 4? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Multiply. There you go. Alright, so the 16 comes out. Any of those letters get to come out? Which one?
Y.
There you go. Because remember you divide it by 2. What's 10 divided by 2? 5. So that's y to the 5. And you cannot divide the 3 by 2. So you got to break it up. So remember how to break it up? How much? Very good. Z squared and Z. Perfect. Alright, so what's 9 times 4? 36. Y to the 5th. And then Z squared gets to come out as what? Z. And then the other one's going to be left in there just as Z. Okay? It's going to be coming up in our lesson pretty soon, okay? That's why we're going over it. All right, what about number 12? 98. Is that a perfect square? Is 98 a perfect square? Nope. Okay. What's the biggest perfect square that goes into 98? Take your calculator. What's the biggest perfect square that divides into 98? So 98 divided by, and pick the perfect square. What you got?
981.
Bigger. Oh wait, bigger. No, 9 or 81. Which one?
81.
81 does not divide into 98. Has to divide into 98. So it's not a perfect square. Take your calculator. Write down and see which perfect square goes into 98. Has to divide into it. So 98 divided by, and pick a perfect square. 9 bigger than 9. 196 does not divide into 98. Okay, guys, do you have your calculators? 98 divided by, and what is a perfect square? 49. Very good. And that divides and gives you how much? 2. There you go. Alright, so this would be 49 times 2. What about the j to the 16? Can he come outside the square root? Can I divide him by 2?
Yes.
Yep. And what do you get when you divide him by 2?
J.
There you go. Alright, so which one gets to come out? The 49 or the 2? Which one's the perfect square?
49.
49. What's the square root of 49, guys? 7. There you go. So it's 7 j to the 8th square root of 2. There you go. Alright, here's what I want you to do. I want you to grab those problems from Friday. What was it, page 9 or 7? 7? What page was it, 7 or 9? 7? Alright. Grab page 7. Let's look at a few of those, okay? Let's remember how to do some of this stuff before we move on. That's all you did Friday, yes sir. Because you got a quiz coming up on Thursday, so you got to know how to do it.
Is this page?
Yes, ma'am. Yep. Alright, so let's look at number 3. Let's look at number 3, okay? Very first thing it says, find the y-intercept. So guys, every single time the y-intercept is where? Every single time. At the end, the number by itself, right? What's your number by itself on number 3? 36. So on number 3, you should have put 36 was your y-intercept. Don't just circle 36. Make sure you put y-intercept. Remember, we can abbreviate. Are you okay? Alright, what's the next thing it wants us to find? There you go. Axis of symmetry. What was that formula? X equals something. There's a formula. Look back on page 1 if you need to. Look back on page 1. What was that formula? Negative b over 2a. Nathan, very good. Alright, so it's negative, and then b was that second term. It was the term with your x value. What's the term with the x? The number. 12. So it's negative, and then 12. And then 2 times a. A was the very first number, the number with x squared. What's the number in front of x squared? 1. There you go. So that's negative 12 over 2. What's negative 12 over 2? Negative 6. There you go. Alright, what else did it tell you to find? We did that one. We just found that the vertex. Guys, the very first point in the vertex. You already found it. What is it? Negative 6 is your x value. Come on. Okay. Alright, so negative 6. How do you find out y value? Where do you go? What do you use that's right in front of you? That should be right in front of you anyway. Graph and calculator. There you go. Alright, we go to y equals. That's that top button in the left-hand corner, okay? Go to y equals. And it was x squared plus 12x plus 36. And we don't want to graph it. Where do we want to go so that we got a whole bunch of numbers? Table. It's second graph. There you go. And what number was the x value that we already found? What was the x value we already found? Should have written it down on page 7. -6. Okay, so scroll up or down until you find -6. And what number is with -6? There you go. So your vertex is at -6 and 0. Are you okay so far? Yeah? No? Hello? Y'all wait this moment? Are y'all okay? Or are you not okay? Okay, I got one person that's good. Whew, okay. Okay, then we're going to make a table of values. We're not actually going to make that table. Where's your table at? Right there on your calculator. There you go. All right, use this information to graph. You got a piece of graph paper or something? Let's do this. Put it on here. All right, what was that first value that we found?
36.
How much? 36? Okay. Oh, Lord Jesus. So what do you want to count by? Because I'm not counting all the way at 36. You want to count by 12 maybe? Okay. I'm going to count by 6s. So 6, 12, 18, 24, and 36. Okay, so I just counted by 6s. Right? All right, what else do we find besides the y-intercept is 36? Axis of symmetry was where? -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what does that look like? How do I draw the axis of symmetry? Dotted line. There you go. Just like that. Just bringing back some memories from Thursday, hopefully. We got a quiz on Thursday. Again. This Thursday. Alright, what else do we find besides the y-intercept and the axis of symmetry? Vertex was where? No, not 0. It was a point. -6, 0. There you go. It's always right there on that axis of symmetry. Okay, how do we find that third point so that we can make a parabola? How far away is this point from the axis? 6. It's on the right-hand side, right? So I got to go 6 on the left-hand side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a jacked up looking graph, but it'll work. And you got to have what on the end? Arrows. Everybody okay? All right, here we go. Let's go to page. We got to do page 1. Go start back over because we got to finish up some stuff. All right, back on page 1, guys. Ready? Let's do this quick so we can be done. All right, we got a quiz on Thursday. Got to finish some stuff up today and tomorrow, and learn one more new thing on Wednesday, and then we'll take our quiz on Thursday. All right, just real quick. How do we find the y-intercept? Where's the y-intercept at? Last number, what is it? 8. And then the axis of symmetry, what's the formula for the axis of symmetry go? There you go. And then what was our vertex? 3, -1. All right. And then we graphed it, right? Everybody see their graph paper? And we graphed it and it'll look like that. Y'all okay? All right. So Thursday we did A, B, and C. Now we got to do D, E, and F, or just D and E? D and E. Okay, what's D say? There you go. All right, it all stems from your vertex right here. Look at this guy. Is he at the bottom of your graph or at the top of your graph? He's at the bottom, so would that be a minimum value or a maximum value? There you go. So it's a minimum value. But then Bryson told us that it said, find that value. Guys, you already know what that value is. What's that point right there? The whole thing. 3, -1. Guys, what is that we already found? That's your vertex every single time. Right, Mark? Every single time it's going to be your vertex. Every time. All right, then it said find the domain and the range. Domain is from which way to which way? How do you read book? Left to right. Okay, look. As this side is going up, it's also going to the left. Forever and forever and forever and forever and forever. Which way is to the left? Forever and forever and forever and forever. Negative infinity. And infinities always get parentheses, right? I told you it was going to come back to haunt you. It's not going away. Alright, and then the other side. The other side's going up, but it's going to the right. Forever and forever and forever and forever. What is that? Positive infinity. There you go. Okay, what was the song for range? Starting from where? Starting from the bottom, right? Where's the bottom y value? Alright, does it get a parentheses or a bracket? There you go. Got a bracket because what kind of hole is it? Closed hole. And then where's it going up to? Positive infinity. And infinities always get parentheses. And that's it. Alright, let's go to number 2. That's why it's so important to have those arrows on the ends of your graphs, okay? Look at your graph for number 2, guys. Alright, you should have gotten something like that from Thursday. If you weren't here Thursday, there's a video. All you got to do is go through, circle the things you don't understand, and just let me know. Okay, part D. Is this a minimum or a maximum?
Maximum.
It's a maximum. There you go. And it said, what's that point? Every single time. It's always going to be your vertex. How much? Negative 111. Okay, thank you. And that's part D. Part E wants the domain and range. Okay, it's going down, guys, yeah. But as it's going down, it's going which way? To the left, and the arrow means it's going forever. What is that? There you go. And it always gets parentheses. The other side's going down, yeah, but it's going down and to the right. The arrow means it goes forever. Where's to the right going to? Positive infinity. What do you notice about 1 and 2? Anytime it has a parabola, no matter if it's upside down or right side up, the domain is always negative infinity positive. Anytime you got a parabola, okay? Alright, now be careful. Ranges from where first? Bottom. Guys, where's the bottom going to?
Infinity.
Negative infinity. Right, Romero? Okay? Where's the top stop at? What number? Positive 11. Always take your y value. And it's a closed dot, so it gets a bracket. Are you okay? Yes, sir.
Is there always going to be open dots?
Not for this class. Not yet. You will get to that in pre-cal. Alright. Last one, number 3. So we graphed number 3 on Thursday. Is it a minimum or a maximum?
Minimum.
Minimum? What's that value? Every single time. Every single time is your vertex. Where's your vertex go? 2, negative 3. Jen, you okay, baby? You got a headache? Okay. Alright, what about the domain? Every single time. Every single time. If it's a parabola, every time it's that. If it's a parabola. Right, Mallory?
Yes.
Alright, what about your range? From where to where? Negative 3. There you go. Please make sure you have that on your paper because you're going to take a checkpoint on Wednesday and you got to make sure you know how to do this stuff. Alright, now's when you need your calculator because we're going to learn something new on 4 and 5. You ready? Got your calculator ready? Got it on? Got it open? Alright, let's look at number 4. Here we go. Oop, too far up. Okay, same thing. Determine if it has a max or a min, right? You don't even have to graph it. Look at the very beginning. Look at the very beginning. What is that in the very front? What's that negative do to the graph? Flips it upside down. So guys, look, it's going to look like that. Is that going to have a maximum or a minimum? That's got a maximum. There you go. Then it said, find that value right here. Every single time when it says find that value, what are you looking for? Your vertex. There you go. You might want to make yourself a note. You got your calculator? Alright, let's grab our calculator. We're going to go to y equals. If it's got anything in y equals, we're going to clear it out. And then we're going to type in our function. Negative. Hit the negative down by the 3, not the subtract, okay? X squared, and then subtract 12. Is everybody okay so far? Alright, so we hit graph. Give it a minute, let it think.
No, shoot. We just did the wrong thing. Scratch that. Just kidding. Sorry. Hold on a second, guys. How do we find the x value of the vertex? I'm sorry. How do we find the x value of the vertex? Negative b over 2a. There you go. I'm getting ahead of myself. Hold on a minute. Getting ahead of myself. All right, b is always the value with x. Not x squared, but x. Do you have an x value? No. So guys, if you don't have any money, how much money do you have? So if you don't have any x's, you got 0. Alright, your a is the number in front of x squared. Guys, what's the number in front of x squared? Negative 1. And if you plug that in your calculator, you're just going to get 0. So now you know the first value of your vertex. How do you find that y value? No, that's the y-intercept. How do you find the y value that goes with the vertex? Plug it in, which we did, and where do we go? Somebody said something. Table. There you go. Second table. And we're looking for what number?
0.
All right. What's the number with 0? There you go. That's your vertex. All right. What about the domain? Every single time if it's a parabola, what's your domain? There you go. Okay, where's your range starting from? All right, look at this picture. You don't even have to look at the graph because you can't see the graph because it's too big. Where's the bottom at?
0.
It's upside down. Where's it going? Negative infinity, right? Ooh, what's that top y value? Not 0, that's the x value. What's the y value? Where'd you get that from? You just look at your vertex, right? Negative 12. All right, let's do number 5. Okay, look in the front. Is that guy positive or negative in the front? So it's going to be a regular graph, right? Is that a minimum or a maximum? That's a minimum, okay? How do you find that value? Negative b over 2a. There you go. What's your b in this case? All right, so it's negative and then negative 24. Right today. There we go. So positive 24, Dylan. Very good. All right, and then 2 times a. What's your a value? 4. So 2 times 4 is how much?
8.
8. So it's 24 over 8. So what's x equal?
3.
There you go. And that is the first value of your minimum. How do you find out y value? There you go. So you got to go to your graph. Go to y equals. Clear it out. All right, type it in. Go to your table. Type it in your calculator. What is it? 4x squared. Subtract 24x plus 11. Type that into y equals. All right, then where do you go after that? Second table. There you go. Second graph. There you go. And when you go to your table, what number are you looking for? 3. And what number's with 3? Negative 25, you said? All right. Yep, negative 25. Perfect. Okay, what about the domain? Every single time with a parabola, what is it? There you go. What about your range? Where'd you get negative 25 from? There you go. Right there. Y'all okay? All right, let's go to the next page. Here we go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. At the bottom, way down there at the bottom is your directions. Guys, what does it say first in your directions? Before that? Use the what? Graph and calculator. So we're about to learn some new stuff. You ready? So keep this page handy because that's got the directions in it. Good? Mary, you okay, baby? All right, here we go. Let's go to page 3, and these are really quick and easy. Here we go. Number 1. What's the first thing it says to find? The vertex. All right, go to your calculator because it said use the graphing calculator, right? Go to y equals. Here we go. Go to y equals. Let's plug it in. Plug in your function. Clear it out and plug it in. What was it? Negative x squared. Subtract 3x.
You have to find x first.
Find nobody that you come up with.
Do we have to find x first? Or do we find x first?
You can't. Let me show you what happens. All right, we got negative x squared. Subtract 3x plus 4. Everybody okay? All right, hit graph. Hit graph. You should get a nice pretty picture. All right, hit graph. Everybody there? Hit graph. Whoa, what happened? All right, but you can do the rest of it with us. Negative x. Next to the root. Next to the root. And then square. And then we'll subtract 3x. And plus 4. And the graph. All right, so do you see this vertex right here? Everybody with me? This is the new part. You ready? Here we go. Wake up. All right, hit the second button. Then hit the button next to graph that says trace. And then yours should pop up like mine. So hit second, trace. Everybody okay? All right, what did we have? Did we have a minimum or did we have a maximum?
No.
We had a maximum, so what are we going to do? There you go. So have you learned the trick that you can just, what number is that? So you can just hit the number 4. It's your shortcut. Okay? Or you can scroll down and hit enter. Hit the number 4. All right, do you see this little cursor that pops up flashing at you? All right, what's the question that it says? All right, so look, wherever your cursor is, it doesn't matter. You got to make sure your cursor is on the left-hand side of that vertex, okay? How do you move it around? The arrows, right? So no matter where yours is, just hit the button. It doesn't matter where it is, guys, okay? You just need that cursor somewhere on the left of the vertex, somewhere on the left of that hill. Everybody okay? Hit the left or the right arrow until that cursor is on the left-hand side of that. All right, now you hit enter. Ready, okay? Now what's it say after that? Hit enter, and what's it say? Right bound. So now you take that cursor. You see it flashing? Take that cursor and get it on the right-hand side of that curve. So hit your right arrow button until it gets somewhere on the right of that curve. It doesn't really matter where, just as long as it's somewhere on the right of that hill. Y'all okay with that? All right, hit enter. And then your calculator says, hey, do you want me to guess between the left bound and the right bound where that vertex is? And you're like, yes, I want you to do that. So you hit enter one more time. You should get somewhere about negative 1.5 and 6.25. Everybody okay? Did anybody get negative 1.4? No. Can I borrow yours? All right. So Hunter's is rounding a little bit differently. But you see, guys, what's negative 1.4? No. Same thing as 1.5, okay? So if you get that, it's the same thing. All right, so let's go to our notes. And we know our vertex is where? .25? All right, that's easy enough. All right, and was that a maximum or was that a minimum? The maximum. And it's like, hey, I want that maximum value, guys, every single time. What is that value the same as? It's the same as what? the vertex every time. So you just got to rewrite it. That's it. Every time it's the same as your vertex. And then every single time you have a parabola, what's your domain? There you go. There you go. Every time. All right, and let's look at our picture. Where's the bottom of that graph going? Negative infinity. And then where's the top stop at? You don't even have to look at your graphs. There you go. Look at your y value. Look at your y value. That should definitely have a bracket. Are we okay so far?
Is that a bracket?
It's supposed to be a bracket. Yes, sir. Let me fix it. Make it look right. I always get on you all about it, and then you see me doing the same thing. There we go. All right, guys, what's an x-intercept mean? What's an x-intercept mean?
Where the y crosses the x.
Not where the y crosses the x, no. What's an x-intercept? Hey, Dana, x-intercept, what's it do? Where does it cross? X-intercept, guys, come on, where's it cross? X-axis. The x-axis. It's not where the y crosses the x, it's where the graph crosses the x-axis. So you see your picture? You got it? Where does it look like it hits the x-axis? It looks like it hits in two places. Where at? 1 and -4. Okay, now I cannot assume that they hit there. I got to check somewhere. So this point is not 1. What is that point supposed to be? 1 and what? What number? What's the y value? 0. What's this point right here? It's not just -4. It's -4 and 0. So I have to go to my table and I have to double check that I have -4 and 0. Is that it?
Yes.
Yeah?
Wait. I don't think I put it. I put it in, right, so why am I not getting it?
Alright, what was the other one's 1? Alright, do you have a 0 with 1? Yes. Alright, so go to your notes. Here we go. Quick, let's get it done. What's your x-intercepts? 2 of them. Come on. What were they? -4, 0. There you go. -4 and what was the other one? +1, 0. Or you could just write -4 and 1, okay? Alright, let's go to number 2. Here we go. It's got fractions. It's okay. How do you type in fractions?
Don't.
Yes, you do. You hit the division bar. And we've done it 1,000 times. And then how else do you do it? What do you use? Parentheses. There you go. All right, go to your calculator. Here we go. Y equals. Faster we get it done, faster we get finished. Go to y equals. Now here's how you type it in. Parentheses. 2 divided by 3. Close your parentheses. Then you type in x squared. Are you okay so far? All right, then what was it? Subtract parentheses 7 divided by 3. Close your parentheses. Then hit x. Plus 9. Okay. Everybody good? Hit graph. Give it a minute. Let it think. Yeah. Alright, what's the very first question it asked us, guys? What was it? Vertex. How do we find it? Using our graphing calculator. Second trace, okay? Was it a minimum value or a maximum value? What was it? Minimum, so we're going to hit number 3 this time. Alright, look at my cursor. Mine's already on the left, so I don't even have to move it. So I'm just going to hit enter. You all okay? Alright, then the right bound. Get it on the right side of that curve. And hit enter. And enter one more time. I got 1.75 and 6.958. Did y'all get that? You may not get that. You may not get that. Molly, how you doing? Okay. All right, so let's write it down. Here we go. I forgot what it was now. 1.75, is that right?
It was like 6.5.
6 point, was it 958?
Wow.
Is that, Alyssa, you said yeah? Okay. All right, min or max, which one? Min, and what's that value every single time? What's it going to be? Same as the vertex. There you go. Every time, same as your vertex. What about your domain? Every single time. There you go. All right, what about your range? Where's the bottom starting at? No, it's not going down. It's negative infinity. It stops somewhere at the bottom. Looks like it's your graph. How do you get to another one? Not positive 7. What's that value? 6.958. Very good. It's always where, guys? The y of your vertex. There you go. And then where's it going up to? Positive infinity. Everybody with me? All right. What about x-intercepts? Look at your graph. Look at your graph. Look at your graph. Does it hit the x-axis anywhere?
No.
Do not dare put 0, because it does not hit at 0. What is your x-intercept? Do you have any? Not impossible. We would put undefined or none or something, right? Put none or undefined or something. I'm going to put undefined. And yes, that is where you get a no solution from, because it doesn't hit the x-axis. That's why we say no solution. All right, last one, number 3.
If I wrote like no solution instead of undefined
Same
value.
thing. That's why we write no solution on the other stuff, because of that graph right there. It all ties in together later on. All right, last one, number 3. Last one. You try it. Go. You try number 3. Go. Plug it into your calculator. Find your vertex using second trace. Plug it into your calculator. Find your vertex using second trace. Now's your time to let me know if you have a question. Now's your time to ask a question about your vertex. If you don't know how to find it. Ask now.
Is this right?
What way? What you need, AJ? Yeah. Bless you. What's it saying? Okay, let's see. I got 1.5 and negative 13.5. Do y'all get that? Okay, you do? Try it again. Go your white place and see if it's looking right. Yeah, all right. Second calculate. Alright, so, what was it again?
1.5.
Okay.
-13.
Okay. So that was a minimum value, and that's that same as your vertex. What about your domain? What'd you get?
-100.
There you go. What about your range? What'd you get?
-5.
There you go. And then we will learn how to do the x-intercepts tomorrow because there's more graph stuff, okay? Because watch what happens. You ready? Alright. Where does it look like it hits the x-axis at? -1 and 4. And when you go to your table, what numbers should be with -1 and 4? 0. Does -1 have a 0?
No.
Nope. Does 4 have a 0? Nope. So we gotta learn one more thing tomorrow, okay? Y'all okay? Alright, Mark, now is a good time you can finish a couple of those problems on that test, dear.